Hello everyone, Alzion the Great here. Welcome back to MLB The Show 22. And today we're going to be getting into the first game, opening day, against the New York Yankees, against Garrett Cole. Dane Dunning will be on the mound for us. Here are the lineups. I've actually swapped up our lineup just a little bit. I think I moved a few people towards the bottom round, but the top should remain fairly the same as we head out to Globe Life Field, where the Texas Rangers and New York Yankees are getting announced at the moment. Cole Calhoun seems to be a fan favorite already by a lot of the fans in Globe Life Field, as opening day is upon us. And the expectations for this season for the Rangers are not super duper high. But needless to say, even if they were high, everyone knows I think we're starting off with a challenge against these New York Yankees, who are definitely a team to be concerned about, to say the least. And the Rangers last year obviously did not do very good. Not very good in really anything. So, yeah, as Dane Dunning takes the mound here to start off, he will be our, I guess I want to say he'll be our ace, but more he's just a placeholder. He'll probably compete with John Gray for that, which we'll see in the next episode. But I just wanted to get into this game a little bit. I was not planning on doing anything super duper dramatic, as Dunning's first pitch is a low slider to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. But yeah, the idea with this opening day was just, get in, see Dunning a little bit, see, everyone's first thing through the lineup, and just hopefully, survive a little bit against the Yankees, as Dunning gets IKF to a 3-1 count in his first at-bat here. First batter for Dunning. He actually gets him to ground out Seager with a pretty darn good play, but he could not get him. So the first hit off of Dunning has been recorded as DJ LeMahieu steps up to bat. And Dunning with his first pitch to LeMahieu, it is a slider for a ball, as you see LeMahieu's stats there. This Yankee team obviously is a little bit different than how it is in real life right now. Obviously, recording this in late September is not exactly the best, as on the 1-2 count there, LeMahieu does strike out for Dunning's first strikeout of the season, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more from him. But obviously this Yankee lineup is not exactly a cupcake, as Giancarlo Stanton is the next batter with a first strike to him. But as I was saying, this is a little bit different, considering they still have some of their other players, as Stanton fighting with Dunning here in this at-bat, fouls off a pitch there. Dunning trying to put Stanton away, but he cannot, as the ball is rocketed up the middle for the second hit of the day. So now 2 on with 1 out, and he gets the Judge. And Aaron Judge draws him to a 2-0 count. I don't know why the video is glitching a little bit. I am terribly sorry. Have to look into that. But here, 2-0 count to Judge, foul ball. And this is the most dangerous hitter in the lineup, I'd like to feel, as he gets him to 2-2. Then goes a pitch, and then Judge pops up. Probably the best case scenario we could have gotten out of that, as now it's 2 on with 2 outs for Josh Donaldson. And you're going to see here in a little bit, I actually accidentally stopped recording during Josh Donaldson's at-bat, as Dunning goes with 23rd pitch here. But we come back 2 pitches later, and Donaldson smashes a ball over the fence, giving the Yankees a 3-run lead in the first. 420-foot bomb off of Josh Donaldson, and I laughed out loud when that happened, because it was just so funny to me that I had accidentally hit stop record, and the second I turned it back on, Donaldson hit a bomb. But this is what we're going to have to deal with now. I feel like this was a benchmark to start the season, and just after that, I was like, yep, this is going exactly how I thought it would go. And you see the pitch there. It was just, it's not a good start. And that's kind of what I don't want to say hoping, but expecting for the year. As the win expectancy already below 25% in the first inning, as Anthony Rizzo is up to bat, seeing if Dunning can get finish out the inning. He actually gets Rizzo to a 3-2, so a good battle there from Rizzo, who does end up grounding out to Seager, but New York puts 3 on the board thanks to Josh Donaldson. Now we got to go and try and get some of that back. But we're not exactly facing a easy pitcher to beat. It's Garrett Cole, 3.23 ERA in 30 starts last year. He's still amazing, and he's obviously the ace of this Yankees team, pitching for them on opening day. As our lineup gets its first shot, Nathaniel Lowe leads off, hit 264 last year. I don't entirely know what to expect from these corner infielders, and Nathan could very well be somebody we build around, but check swing there for the first strike, swings through for the second, and Garrett Cole's got him 0-2, and a shallow fly into left field will be the first out for Garrett Cole on the day. As Marcus Semien comes up, he gets into a 2-2 count and looks at strike 3, a four-seamer, as Cole bests him in that appearance. And then the biggest signing, I think, for Texas is Corey Seager, as he gets into a 3-2 count with new catcher Mitch Garver on deck. And at the 3-2, Corey Seager is hit right past the shortstop, and that will be the first hit of the series, and the first hit, I guess, in this universe for Corey Seager as a Ranger, and hopefully that is the first of many hits for Seager as a Ranger, as he will be here for the next 10 years, unfortunately. But Mitch Garver steps up to the plate for his first at-bat of the season. He starts off swinging at a slider low, ends up in a 2-2 count, and unfortunately can't hit the inside fastball there as he strikes out. So nothing going for Texas in the bottom of the first, almost as expected. But now we face the former Ranger, Joey Gallo, here with 1 out in the second. Kind of wanted to skip forward a little bit, not make this part too long. The fact that I got it down to 32 minutes is, I think, impressive, as Gallo hit the pitch right down the middle, deep left center field, but with the shift on, easy catch just in front of the warning track for out number 2. We head into the bottom of the second, where Adolis Garcia takes his first at-bat of the season. I wanted to go through everyone in the lineup at least once, just to, see how they would perform in at least one at-bat. You guys can see how they perform in at least one at-bat, and obviously there would be multiple chances in the game. As Adolis gets to a 1-2 count and strikes out. And yeah, against Garrett Cole, I wasn't entirely expecting this lineup to produce a ton. There's the veteran Brad Miller. He gets to a 2-2 count, strikes out badly on the slider, unfortunately. For the second out, Garrett Cole's 4th strikeout of the game already. And then the crowd gets loud for Cole Calhoun. As I said, I was very surprised when this happened, as he hits a pitch right down the middle foul. But I was actually legitimately surprised that they gave an ovation for for Cole Calhoun. And he gets into an 0-2 count, unfortunately, but he hits it inside out against the shift into left field. And that is going to be a stand-up double for Cole Calhoun. So he delivers on that big ovation as he gets his first hit of the season, and it is a double. I don't know entirely what Cole Calhoun's role is going to be going forward for this team. I think, honestly, he is a potential trade target at the deadline, but if the fans like him, and maybe you guys like him, it won't be that hard. Another guy I have high hopes for, is Nick Solak. I say it wouldn't be that hard for Cole. I wouldn't trade him, but Solak hits it to third. Unfortunately, his speed can't help him there as we end the second. As Dunning trying to climb back. His pitch count isn't terrible, but he needs to have a good third here to try and not lose it as he walks IKF. Then he'll bring up DJ LeMahieu, who he gets into a 1-2 count again, and again strikes him out on the knuckle curve on the outside as he takes out DJM. Giancarlo stands up as that ball's in the dirt, but IKF was running anyway. He gets his first stolen base this season. Congratulations, I guess, to him. Has now 3-0 to Giancarlo, and not even close. And normally I wouldn't mind walking Giancarlo Stanton if Aaron Judge wasn't on deck next. He popped out in the first. You're not going to see many pop outs from him, but incredibly, he does it again. Infield fly rule, and he's out. So, Josh Donaldson comes up. Pretty much the exact same situation as the first. 2 on, 2 out. And a chance to do some damage. First pitch misses low. Second pitch from Dunning also misses low. Third pitch from Dunning right over the heart of the plate, and Donaldson crushed it foul. The sinker did not sink as he hits that one very badly, but he still gets one outside of the strike zone and hammers it the other way, and that will be a run scored for the Yankees. So down 4-0 in the bottom third, as Donaldson is having a great day so far against us. He just takes that slider, even though it's on the outside of the plate, outside of the strike zone, he just extends, pushes it out there. Rizzo is up, and he is still a dangerous hitter, despite being 0-1. He actually chops it in front for Dunning, who actually does make the play. So we get out of that inning, luckily, without any more damage. As through 3, it was not looking good. And here is where I considered, okay, let's go swap out, because the next guy was Leody Taveras, but he strikes out. A lot of hope for Leody, but probably not. He'll need to improve in the hitting department, as Nathaniel Lau also comes up, but he walks, so that's something promising. A 4-pitch walk there. Semien on 2-2 with 1 out, and he hits the ball and crushes it way out to left field. And that's when I started getting interested in the game officially, as Semien crushes one 418 feet. Just getting a home run off of Garrett Cole made me feel a little bit better about our chances in the game, even if, our pitching wasn't the best, to at least, show we have some excitement as Semien hits his first home run as a Ranger, and, help us kind of draw closer, because it was a no-doubt shot. And you see the reaction of the third baseman there, just, are you kidding me? But 418, 104. Once again, sorry for the stuttering. I do not know why that is happening. But Corey Seager next up with a 3-2 count. He walks on a fastball high, and that brings up Mitch Garver. So maybe something going. Maybe Cole's losing it a little bit. 62 pitches in. His 63rd strikes out Garver on the knuckle curve as he gets his 6th strikeout. And Adolis Garcia also strikes out. So the Rangers can't add any more, but Marcus Semien helps us draw a little bit closer. In the bottom of the 4th, former Ranger Joey Gallo, 3-2 count, hits it left against the shift. Miller couldn't handle it. At first, I honestly did not think it was an error. Hardly a routine play. Going, hitting against the shifts with Gallo is not that easy. He doesn't do it often, obviously, but the ball shouldn't hit off the guy's wrist, I guess the game said, and they called it an error. As the night-hitting catcher Ben Rortvit then hits a shot into left center field, but it gets cut off quickly by Solak, and Gallo is thrown out going for third. So the error does not come back to hurt us. As later IKF hits one left, testing Solak's range again. This time he does manage to corral it. that would be the end of the fourth, as the Rangers look to try and get more production off of Garrett Cole. Brad Miller in a 3-0 count to start off, swings through the 3-0 pitch, and then Cole coming back with his 3-1 does actually manage to get Miller to line out to short. So I kind of feel like a missed opportunity. Good contact, but you can't really do much about that. Next up, Cole Calhoun on a 1-0 count hits a good pitch, deep drive to right center field, and that ball is gone. And Calhoun continues his impressive day as he hits his first home run of the season, and now we are only down by 1 against Garrett Cole. And after that, it was like, okay, we can actually do some stuff against this guy. Maybe we aren't, as hopeless as I thought in this game, because Cole's not having a good day. But a beautiful swing there on a bad pitch. I said good pitch. I meant good pitch to hit, as he just crushed it. 398. Didn't get out super hot. But later in the inning, 3-2 to Nick Solak. He walks as the next batter, excuse me. And then Leody Taveras comes up. Runner on first, 1 out. What can the young guy do? We have high hopes, and obviously hitting is not his strong suit. As he swings through the slider there, strikes out. Unfortunately, that was Cole's 8th strikeout of the day. And then Nathaniel Lowe with a 3-0 count takes a very close fastball high for a strike. The next pitch from Cole fouled off the fastball low. The payoff pitch is hit deep into left, and that will get over the head of the fielder and down. There is no question Solak's going to score on that with his 85 speed, and Texas is now tied with New York in the top of the fourth, and we're giving the Yankees a fight very early. And it was here, I was like, okay, now we have a ball game on our hands. We're back to even. Semien with a chance. He had a 3-0 count. Got back to 3-1. Garrett Cole's 101st pitch already in the bottom of the fourth. Fouled off. 3-2 count. The pitch, and Semien pops it up behind third base, ending the fourth. But we got the 2 runs we needed, and now it's all back to nothing as Dunning faces Stanton, walks him. Not super shocked at that. I believe he walked the batter in front. Excuse me, I'm yawning. As that would be, or no, there was a hit. That would be his day, as he gives him a hit and a walk. But overall, limiting them to 4 is not terrible. It's a decent one. I just kind of wish he went a little bit longer, but Dunning certainly had a less than desirable day, but certainly not terrible. We bring in Nick Tropiano. I believe I said he was going to be in the starting rotation, but noticing we didn't have another righty that I was willing to take out, I kept him in the bullpen as he misses with the fastball high there on 3-1 to Judge. And then that brings up Josh Donaldson, who's already hit a home run today, 2 for 2, bases loaded, no outs, and he has all of their RBIs. So this was less than desirable, but on the first pitch, pop up behind first, caught by Semien for out number 1. So already a decent start. Then Rizzo, unfortunately, still a good hitter as he hits it into the gap, and a good cutoff by Leody with decent speed that was on first there from Judge. I think that actually saved us a run, although Rizzo does get 2 in. Gleyber Torres up next, a 3-0 count, and Tropiano not having the debut he wanted, or at least a start to the debut he wanted. In some trouble here in the bottom of the 5th, trying to hold the Yankees to just 2 in this inning, as 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. The 3-1 pitch is fouled off by Gleyber, and then the 3-2 is swung on and missed. Huge comeback strikeout by Tropiano to get 1 there. And that brings up the former Ranger Joey Gallo on a 3-2. He chops this. It goes by Tropiano, but luckily Lowe had the time to gather it and tag Gallo, meaning no run, and the inning is over. Nothing happened at the top of the 6th, so we go back to Tropiano in the bottom of the 6th. Or sorry. Yes. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, whatever inning we're in, as he strikes out out of there. Then a ground ball from DJ LeMahieu leads to a double play that gets Tropiano out, so he recovers nicely. And then heading in the bottom 6th, they brought in Joely Rodriguez in the top of the 5th, or sorry, the bottom of his last inning, as this ball is hit and crushed by Solak into left field. He'll get a double off of that. They got it in quickly, unfortunately, but now trouble with 2 outs. The Solak gets a good hit, and this brings up Leody Taveras. Can he come through in the clutch? The young gun that we're hoping to build out, build into a superstar. Hitting is not his strong suit. Can he do it? 3-1 count. Swings through a sinker low for another strike. Now full count, and he hits it over the left fielder's head near the gap and down. A clutch hit by Leody, and that will bring us within 1 once again, as Taveras has his biggest hit maybe ever as a Ranger. And hopefully there are many more to come, as the Rangers are still in this game with this hit, and there's still a chance with real speed on second, as the expectancy's going up, but it's still favoring the Yankees. Nathaniel Lowe next up on a 2-2 count, and he hits a ball into center field. There is no doubt they are not going to throw out Leody Taveras with his speed from second base. So we tie the game in the 6th inning, all tied up at 6. Lowe's fired up. The crowd is into it, needless to say the least, as the Yankees' pitching struggles continue. As now we have the higher win expectancy. Semyon with a 2-1 count. Unfortunately cannot do anything. Grounds it to third. Quick play to second. Ends the 6th. But still, once again, we're tied. And we certainly have a chance, I feel, to win this game now. Later on in the 7th, it is a 2-on, 1 out, and then a nice double play. Once again, gets us out. Tropiano survives another inning as we head into the stretch. And this is where the Yankees change pitchers to Jonathan Loaizaga. Very, very good reliever who had a really good season last year. And facing him will be Corey Seager. Need him to get on base early as he hits it. And it does get by the shortstop. So we have early wheels on for the Rangers. Can we get something off of Loaizaga? Mitch Garver hits it to first, and the Yankees get a double play. And that kills any momentum that the Rangers would have had. As we head to the top of the 8th, 1 out. Tropiano still pitching with nearly 40,000 people watching against former Ranger Joey Gallo. Hasn't done much today, as he gets a 1-1 count. Tropiano for his 55th pitch. It is a shot to left field, and Solak could not run it down. And Gallo has decent speed, and Solak wasn't expecting him to go to third. I don't think anyone was, as Gallo does end up taking third, and a very key hit for the Yankees, as that now puts a runner on third with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Ben Rortvit, the catcher who's hit pretty well today, he also gets another hit into left field, driving in the go-ahead run in the top of the 8th. He's ecstatic. I'd literally never heard of this guy before this game, and all of a sudden he is taking it over. This is his 3rd hit, I believe, of the day. So it was a little bit shocking to see that. The following inning, the following half inning, they brought in Aroldis Chapman, which I was a little bit surprised at, because I thought Chapman was the closer still. But apparently not. Apparently he's the setup guy, which is a little bit, interesting, as he strikes out Brad Miller who was not looking to face him at that particular time, I'd bet. But the next hitter, Cole Calhoun, he's already had a great day so far. What can he do against Chapman? It doesn't feel like a battle of superstars, but Calhoun is at least a recognizable star. 1-1, pitch low. Now it's 2-1. Chapman's next pitch also low, so 3-1 with Solak on deck. And then a pitch right down the middle, and once again Calhoun hits it against the shift into left field, and that'll be another double for him. And now tying run on second as Calhoun puts the stamp on a great day. We need Solak to come through, as the Chapman almost hits him with the first pitch. I don't think he's trying to do that, but later 2-2 count. Solak hits it right to short. No chance for Calhoun to move up, and Solak doesn't have blazing speed. But now we're back to Leody Taveras. He's already had one clutch hit today. It was a double. Can he get another one? Young gun. Definitely not his first game as a Ranger, but his first game of this season. Can we tie it at 7? As the first pitch from Chapman is swung on and missed. The slider he could have done something with. As it's 0-1. Chapman's 18th pitch is low. Fastball. As he pitches 1-1 again. Low again. 2-1. Pitches outside, so 3-1 to Leody. And then Chapman throws a strike that was very close. Gets called. Full count to Taveras. Fouled off on the splitter outside of the zone. Payoff pitch again. Swung on and missed. Another splitter. Chapman gets hyped, as that is the end of the 8th inning. And just Taveras wasn't ready. It's not his strong suit at all to be hitting, period. But he's got to get the reps. In the top of the 9th, we bring in Spencer Patton to try and hold the Yankees to just a 1-run lead. Stanton hits a rocket to first base, but Lowe corrals it and takes it over for out number 1. Aaron Judge, 0-2 count, swing and hit past Lowe, and Judge with some decently good legs, some long strides there, does manage to slide into second for a 1-out double. So trouble on second. Josh Donaldson, who, remember, in case you haven't forgotten, or you did forget, excuse me, hit a 3-run bomb that kind of got this score and started. And he's obviously proved himself as a dangerous hitter once again to me. But 0-1 count, he just grinds a slow one to short, does not have the speed to beat that out. So it is 2 outs. Anthony Rizzo up again, 1-1, and he hits it deep into right. And that will score Judge, no doubt, as Rizzo goes for second and he gets it standing up. So Rizzo comes through, giving the Yankees another run. And in the bottom of the 9th, Lucas Luetge comes in, and he has good stats. I've never heard of him, but he had, good stats. And it looks like he was going to be the closer. He had 3 holds, but he's never had a save as far as I'm aware. Top of our order here, Nathaniel Lowe strikes out on the slider. Couldn't do much with it, just couldn't hit that. And then Marcus Semien up the first pitch. He hits it deep to left, and it's gone. A 2-home run day for Marcus Semien. Welcome to Arlington, as he draws the Rangers closer. Once again, we're within 1, and all we need is a couple base runners, and we might have a chance as we're looking to make this comeback. We still have Seager coming up in the bottom of the 9th, and so it'll be him to try and get on base here. Takes a cutter low that was a ball but was called a strike, and it's 0-1. Next pitch was outside for ball 1. That's a slider. And swings at a slider outside of the zone, and he knows the hole he just dug with that swing right there. 1-2 count. Another slider outside, doesn't swing. 2-2. Another slider outside, doesn't swing. Mitch Garver on deck. He hasn't had much success today. Seager needs to do it himself, it feels like. 3-2. And he swings at a bad slider that would have been ball 4, and Seager strikes out. But despite that strikeout, we still have a chance, but it's going to have to be Mitch Garver, the former Minnesota Twins catcher, who tries to break this save by Lutke, as he's 0 for 4 on the day. First pitch, curveball inside, a ball. The second pitch, also outside, another breaking ball, as Garver needs to have his best at-bat right now. The entire stadium cheering him on. Can he do it? 13th pitch from Lutke coming up. As the 2-0 pitch is swung on and fouled off. That might have been a ball, but Garver still swung. 2-1. Also swung on. That was definitely a strike as he fouled off the cutter for the second time. Then a slider that should have been called a strike is called a ball. What can Garver do with that? A very favorable call, as the next pitch from Lutke hit right to short, and that will be the end of the game as the Yankees survive the Texas Rangers. And once again, sorry for the stuttering. I have no idea why that's going on, but regardless, it was a very close game and one that I was not expecting. I was literally like, okay, we're gonna watch like the first 2 innings, probably just cut out the rest of it and get on to, the next couple games, go through the series a little bit quicker. But Josh Donaldson was player of the game. Loaizaga get the win. Tropiano with the loss. But yeah, I was like, literally, I'm just going to record this really quick and then get on to the next game. But we will do that in the next episode. I'm probably looking at quick managing a few. But I hope you guys liked this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.